James, you want to control the live stream?
Control the live stream, sure. I find it. I want to talk to him again sometime. When you were talking about justifying.
Mocking you guys, moving your mic.
Yeah, they did that.
Intellectual dishonesty.
Justifying a jihad. I can't miss the trick. I mean, has it really had me?
Forget them, man. Bang on these girls too much, man.
Where is Sophia? Oh, it's
You bang on Sophia's case, this. There's no way we should disarrest me. I said she is, oh, pardon me, I don't mean to disrespect teach transgender shit. Yeah, control this. You're in control still.
Okay.
Film people and speak to them, innit?
Okay, should I film Raspex or film other
No,
people?
other people.
Okay.
I wanted to interview some people. Do your thing, man. Don't film.
I just got here a little while ago, just seeing what's going on.
I wanted vision. I wanted James' vision, man.
Okay, James' vision.
Don't film my man, though. Don't film Ali Jihad.
Okay.
Don't film Ben.
Yes, okay.
Be the cameraman, right?
So, how are you doing this evening?
I'm good. Can't complain. I'm alright, man.
Yeah, did you send the questions by any chance to your cousin?
You know what? I'm still waiting for a response. He's really genuinely busy. It's exam season over there at the moment. Once I get a reply back from him, I'll forward you his email. Okay, that's not a problem.
Okay, cool.
And I still got the same questions that you sent to me. It was 4 questions regarding the expulsion of Jews from the Arabian Peninsula. But I've got you, man. As soon as your reply is back, Con.
Nice.
As soon as your reply is back.
Is he doing a sort of
He's doing
degree in
it's a degree in Sharia. Degree in Sharia,
Okay,
degree in Sharia.
Yeah.
It's at King Saud University.
Okay, cool.
He's a very I mean, in terms of, let's say, he's around very more knowledgeable people. I could say he's knowledgeable, but he'll beg to differ. Someone that's truly on the huck, when someone's truly practicing, trust me, somebody wouldn't say they're really too knowledgeable, you know? MashaAllah, we had people, scholars like Abdul Aziz bin Baz, may Allah reward him as well. He was when there was a guy that was praising him, gave him introduction, praising him, and as soon as he sat on the panel, he said, I am not worthy of praise. I'm not worthy of praise, but yeah, man. Shout out to everyone on COE that's locked in at the moment. Shout out to James, shout out to... May Allah make James sincere.
I am sincere.
May Allah make James sincere, inshallah. May Allah... May Allah make you very sincere, inshallah. May Allah guide you to Islam, inshallah. You know, Ameen. Forget all the trolls, man. Forget all the trolls. The trolls are from Modine, man. The trolls are from Modine. Modine's trolls, man. Shout out to Modine's monkey as well, man. Out there. Modine's monkey in Morocco.
Here's a question.
I love Modine. I'm passionate still.
I want to go talk to you in the light. Is that right?
Yeah. I'll do a bit more of this kind of James
come to the light. Come to the light.
No. I'll do a thing. I'll come and find you in like I don't know, a few minutes or something. Okay. And let's see what else is happening on the scene. Got big arts in the building.
Who's this?
I'm currently in charge of the COE live stream.
Oh, is that Valley Vision?
Yeah. Currently James Vision.
Big up content over everything. Big up James. Wagwan.
Yeah.
What are you lot saying? What are people them saying?
What's the people saying? Sarah Smith said, no, please God, no.
Yo, James, come show a little United front here.
United, fuck everyone, man.
James say fuck all of you lot, bro.
Muslims supporting people that attack Muslims.
Who?
Fire emojis.
Who, me?
No, not talking about you. I think they have their own arguments in the live stream.
Right. Yeah, they're having their own little chit chats and that, yeah? Okay. So tell them, innit, like, we're here on a peace thing today. Speaker's Corner is on a lovely, humble tip. The environment and the mood is perfect. You should come and try it. It's contagious. You see me? Come and try that environment. It's contagious. Conflict resolution at its best and its finest right now.
That's good to hear.
You see me?
Jedi's in the building too, and Mr. Wax TV, he doesn't want to be on.
He's got the next
He's talking about with T-boys. You get me? And the youngest is like, who's next? Yeah, we want mine, man.
I used to be like 4
conversation.
Getting chased by the hood. Pinging through the hood while they're chasing me. You know what I'm saying? Need that.
So people in the live stream say what you want to see right now. We've got this is Speaker's Corner right now. We're underneath the cover. So first kind of reasonable suggestion, I'm gonna go and show you guys that.
Even against 100 men. I'm not saying stand like a fool, you can run.
Okay, fine, let's do it.
Can't run, don't count.
Okay, Deen.
Yeah, what's going on? Yeah, it's your boy Mo Deen. Yeah, come over here, come on the light. We'll get the light. Listen, you man, yeah?
Yeah.
There's chicks coming out, so obviously we're gonna scope them, but obviously give them dawah. I'm now serious thing, yeah, listen. Let's stand over here,
Okay, sure.
It's your boy Mo Deen, yeah? Listen, I haven't finished what I've got to say. You lot got paper and pen ready because mine's Mo.
Okay.
Hey, listen, I like Mo Deen serious. This is where we stand. This is The Exorcist. Have you seen The Exorcist?
I'm going to.
This is The Exorcist.
Yeah.
This
like
is the same as The Exorcist.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but listen.
Are you gonna exercise the bad things from them?
Okay, listen, you man. Yeah, you know I love all of you. I'm just trying to help you. Like, I'm just getting passionate. I want to save you from hell. Okay. This is what Imam Ali said in Nahj al-Balagha. It's a book. It's called Nahj al-Balagha. He said, you who are advanced in years, whom old age has made you old, how will you feel when the rings of fire will touch the bones of your neck? All right? Show the wheel. You know the wheel, the London wheel. Yeah. This is the London Eye thing. Yeah. It's the younger brother of London Eye. Hey, but blood, you're making me tiptoe. Am I showing?
So, yeah, you are. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, pair things, man. This is distracting the dawah.
So what's the interpretation of that?
I've got a question, yeah? What country are you from? Sorry? No, don't film them. What country I don't want to film them because they're not wearing hijab. You lot might get horny and it's haram, innit? I'll get the sins. Do you understand? So if I put in them without hijab and then I'm getting sins just to make you lot happy, no? I'll chirp them for myself and you can, you understand? So there's some paintings. But anyway, I'm trying to marry them halal way. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, any questions, let me know. I'll just
Okay.
All right, so, you, how will you feel? What does Imam Ali say? How will you feel when rings of hellfire touch the bones of your neck and handcuffs hold so hard that they eat away the flesh of your forearms? Fear Allah, O crowd of people online, on the world who's listening. Fear God, fear Allah, while you are in good health, before sickness. Excuse me. Sorry, 1 second. Wait, don't film. Yo, baby, excuse me. I love all of you. I'm a YouTuber. Listen, now. You're so pink, fam. I said, listen. Shit.
I'm afraid for that action just now.
No more. What happened?
I'm afraid I'm gonna have to go back.
No, finish. Let me finish. No more chirping. Okay, at least I didn't show them. I'm good. Did I show their faces?
True, but
exactly.
I think you're meant to avert your eyes as well.
No, I'm trying to get married, man. They're so pink, man. Listen, hello, 1 second. There's too many chicks around here, fam. Listen, just relax.
I'm
Jim.
getting a few comments saying to go back to the main.
Listen, all of you saying go back. You're a waste, man. You don't want to see chicks. Excuse me, baby love. 1 second. Hello, baby. No, listen. No, who's just shucking it, fam? Who's saying go back? Who's saying go back? Are you man chichi man or something? You see man chirps and things. Listen.
Okay. Let's walk and talk back to the main group.
I'm coming back for you, lot. I swear. All of you haters saying go back. James, you're lucky this James guy's holding the thing, fam. If it wasn't James, I'm allowing James because he's safe. I swear if it was someone else, fam, I swear you're lucky, you man, yeah? What are they saying, fam? Let me see. Let me read. Let me read what they say. James, stop harassing women. Shut up, man. The ladies love me. Nobody. Go back. He's saying go back. I know. Alright, he's back. See if you have fun here. I was giving you the best fun. You lot are wasted. Alright, everyone tell James to go back, chaps and the girls.
We'll be guided by the democratic process here on the live stream.
How boring is this now? I could have had more Deen.
Fuck, man. Things are promoted, but then there's the action and reaction of the people towards that channel. You understand? You know, like they say, the murderer comes back to the scene. You know, like the murderer always comes back to the scene. Right, that's what I'm saying. Exactly.
Okay, what does the stream want to see? Got some respect giving his breakdown. Do you want to see respect giving the breakdown? Or so there's a Modi and a big traction. Okay, given that there's been a donation from Modi, I think you're okay.
How much was the donation?
It was £2.
All right, big up, yeah, man, back, Modi's back.
Okay, we're gonna record Modi.
See, that's what I'm saying, fam.
Nighttime game.
Allah, blood, Allah is the greatest, fam. Allah is the greatest. You see how people donate just to put Deen back. You see what I'm saying, blood? It's not, all of you haters can hate on me, but you can't beat the hack. I'm speaking truth. Gal them love me, you get me? Jeez. Gal them love me so much, the haters got mad. They told James, go back. We don't want to see Deen getting love, because the haters, blood. But the one that donated, he's going to get rewards from Allah, because I'm going to speak the truth again. You get me? I showed the Eiffel Tower. No, what's the Eiffel Tower? What's it called?
The
Speaker's Corner of London Eye.
No, that isn't. Is that actually the London?
Nah, they
donated
to see me. They
I
donated.
feel like it's just part of Winter Wonderland.
They donated. They said we want to see Deen. They donated. Hey, listen, trust.
They put money to see Deen, is that what
Yeah, they did.
See,
Well, it was just a comment saying Modi. I think it's from Nibiru Pirates.
come on, man. They love me, blood.
Hold it.
Look, you can't beat the hack, fam.
I gave you the camera, James, because I wanted to see some intellectual conversation.
Yeah, this is the
I
intellectual.
come back and see Deen on there to the
Well,
same
I
shit.
thought Modi wanted to.
No, I won't check. I won't check. No.
he said, like,
I'm gonna
I
start.
wanna
Excuse
speak
me.
to you,
No,
I wanna speak to you.
one
And then
second.
he
No,
was like,
excuse me. One second.
It sounded like
I'm not
chirping
gonna
girls.
chase. I'm not. Come in.
chirps on-
I'm not gonna chase.
Fucking up, man.
No, I'm not gonna chase. No, he's joking. I'm not gonna chase.
Come and go back over there.
Let me know, because there's light.
Okay,
One second. Let me finish
the
the
boss
thing.
man.
Deen, don't do no dumb
No,
shit.
I'm not gonna do nothing dumb. I'm not gonna do dumb.
James, ask him some intellectual
Okay, you ready for? Okay, Modine, I've got a really good question for you.
Yeah, go on.
Okay, are things good because God says that they're good, or are they good anyway?
Basically, what God said is good is good. Full stop.
Okay, so if God said, I want you to kill a baby, would that become good?
I'm gonna explain to you a story. Hello, everyone. Hope you had a good time in Wonderland. Yeah. See how nice I am? Everyone loves me. Listen. The story in the Quran of Moses and Khidr. Khidr is a prophet that's still alive. Moses was bopping. Right, something just touched me like a jinn or something. It touched my leg. See, we're next to the exorcist thing. Anyway, listen. So Moses was walking with his brethren. It's in the Quran, yeah? And then they caught a fish. And then they were bopping, and then they forgot the fish. So he told his brethren, let's go back and get the fish. So when he went, so when he went back to get the fish, what happened? Can you see Eiffel Tower?
Yeah. So we can see both you and the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
We're gonna...
So when he went back to get the fish, on the way, Moses was like, this is from God that we forgot the fish, because there's something, it's meant to be, everything happens for a reason. So when they're walking back, they saw a man. So the Moses said to this man, because the man looked very, very religious and special. So Moses said to the man, can I walk with you? The man said, yeah, you can walk with me, but don't annoy me. When you see me doing things, don't ask too many questions. Hello, baby. Anyway, so, oh my gosh. What are you saying, babe, man? Hey, listen. No, don't do it. This is my wifey. Hey, listen.
We've lost Modine. We might be able to save it. Yeah, his gambit seems to be going up. No, it's an intense dog fight.
I'll drive you. No, sorry. Don't film them. Don't film them. No, listen, don't film them. Don't film. No, don't film them. They don't want.
This is for the...
No, don't.
Okay. Yeah, fine. This will be a good opportunity. Well, I know. Press 1 if you want me to go back. Press 2 if you want me to stay and film this attempt. 1 to go back, 2 to stay. Oh, he's still trying. He's still trying. Yeah, it's overwhelming ones to go back. I'm afraid I wasn't able to get you guys a good answer to that question. But, I didn't expect. Yeah, I've been fired by Leon, so yeah, I've been fired by him.
Well gone, man. Troll season. Hey, James and them, they're having one conversation. Great tennis. Great tennis.
But I know you study Quran, Sunnah and all of that, yeah? You Hadith and all of that, yeah? Do you think if you add all of them to our life, yeah, it's going to be good or bad?
It depends how you do that. But like,
the tafsir matters, isn't it?
Yeah, the tafsir. I think, like, you know, the Quran and Sunnah is kind of full of contradictions. Like, you can follow it and think, oh, I'm going to be peaceful, and you end up a peaceful person. Or you could follow it and you end up as like a warmongering person.
More like you, isn't it?
Go say that again.
Like, you could follow the Quran and Sunnah and end up in as a warmongering person.
What
warmongering.
What made you say that?
Well, for example, like Quran 9:29 says, you know.
See, he got it all memorized. You understand? He got it all memorized.
But he drops it. He drops it on the rhythm. Fight them until they pay the jizya. Fight them until they feel themselves humiliated and pay the jizya.
Like, you mixing the thing up, bro. You mixing the thing up.
No, I read the context.
Come over here. I'll come over to you in a second. Alright, press 1 if you want to see Mo Deen.
No, but that's your interpretation, though. Other scholars see it differently.
You want to say
other scholars, like, you know, Imam Hanifa? Yeah. So his view of this verse is that it's telling Muslims to fight nations of non-believers adjacent to Muslims.
No, let's not go there.
Why not? You asked me about warmongering, and I'm telling you about
the first question was, how do you think the Muslims should behave in the park?
In the park?
Not in the park, just in general, whole of Europe. Because we're getting a lot of bad reputation in the whole of Europe. So how do you think Muslims should behave in the whole of Europe?
The same as how anyone should behave. The same as how anyone should behave.
Bro, I'm not tall like you, innit? I'm not tall like you.
Give me a little bit of space.
Go on.
Like, the same as how anyone should behave. You know, you should just be a kind person and follow the law, and you know, don't cause trouble, all that sort of things. Just obvious things.
So
the same as anyone.
Do you think the Muslims are getting the negative media and all of that?
What?
The Muslims are getting negative media.
Yeah, sometimes.
So you admit to that, yeah? You've seen a lot of negative propaganda, all of bullshit on the media, yeah?
Yeah.
Media about Muslims and that, yeah?
Yeah, not all of it's bullshit. Like, some of it is, some of it isn't.
Like, go on, tell me one which is like.
Okay, well, like on the media, I've heard it said that Muslims believe that apostates should be killed, and clearly there are lots of Muslims who do believe that. So that's
where? But where are the apostates getting killed?
No.
Where are they getting killed? Where are they getting killed?
You just strawmanned me. I said that Muslims believe that apostates should be killed, and then you asked me where are they getting killed?
Yeah, are they getting killed though? Are they getting killed?
No. If people
but why
believe
would they mention that?
No. If people believe that apostates should be killed, that's like saying that Nazis are. What?
Huh?
No. Sometimes, not like judicially. Like, it's kind of happening on a sort of person-to-person level. Like, there's like honor killings because of people leaving Islam. There's there's some. So it's not legal. I didn't say every Muslim believes that. I said that there's a significant proportion. I didn't say majority. I said there's a large number, like a significant proportion, and it might not be. It's a minority. It's a minority.
How many?
I don't know exactly. It's like, you know, in the UK it's probably like quite low, but like there's clearly like there's a lot in this part. No, do you believe that apostates should be killed?
No, why should they get killed now?
What?
Why should they get killed?
You know the hadith that he believes.
So,
you know about the
in Sharia law, are you aware that Sharia law says that apostates should be killed?
That's not what he believes.
You can't take it. Why? You can't kill one for no reason.
If you know, you're in your ideal future Sharia state, and a Muslim says, I I no longer believe in Islam in the middle of the square, then what should happen to him? What should the judge do?
You have to use a bit of logic. Islam,
See, they're all slapping him for me. Press number one. Press number one if you want to see Modi giving some dawah.
He says, I no longer believe in Islam. Yeah, what should happen to that?
No more chapter, dawah,
They
dawah.
should be imprisoned and then killed if they don't take it back. And so that's wrong.
Modi gonna remix things, dawah chapting, dawah chapting.
One point to a Salafi here. Like
you do remix all the time.
What should happen to an apostate?
What, apostate?
Yeah, in an ideal Sharia state, what should happen to someone who leaves Islam?
No, if he was a Christian, listen,
Bro,
I know the answer. I know the answer.
Let me answer that. Let me answer that quickly, yeah? Bro, none of this is relevant to this day and age, bro.
So you don't want to answer the question?
None of this is relevant. Why are you going to ask that, bro?
Why didn't you just answer it straight? Why don't you just answer
None
it
of this is
straight?
relevant, innit? None of this
The
is
Sharia
relevant.
isn't relevant?
I'm going to answer
The ideal Sharia state isn't relevant?
I let Modi
If
answer
there's
that,
100% just state where everything is just, 100%, everything is just, everything is fair, everything is equal, 100% Sharia state, if he was Christian
Yes.
and then he
Become
converted
Sharia
to
law.
Muslim and then he converted back to Christian, he does not get killed. However, if he was born Muslim, he was already a Muslim, and then he changed, then he gets murked.
No, that's all right, Izo. No, that's all right, fam. What are you talking
What do you mean?
about?
A person who
Let me talk.
believes the religion.
No. Let me talk. No. That's all right. That's all right. Listen. Let me finish. That's all right. Do you know why? Because I looked into it. Yeah, the people who became Muslim and then they apostated, and the ones that joined the army and they're selling that secrets and that, them man get killed. Because that's the apostate. Other apostate don't get killed.
No, if he leaves Islam, you get murked, bro.
No, bro.
I swear.
That time the apostate war was, yeah, if you look into it, them man was
You know what's
joining the other army to beat
Murtad?
up the Muslim.
No,
They
you know what's
trained and
Murtad?
that. That's what happened, bro.
Akhi,
That's
I
what
know,
at
I'm
that time
with
they
you.
were getting
But
killed.
if someone
You
leaves
get me, bro?
Islam,
That's what I know.
if someone's born Muslim and he lives in Islam and is 100% Islamic state, he gets murked.
But
Khalas.
that's not the Sharia, fam.
That is the
That is the
Sharia.
Sharia.
That is the Sharia. Ask anyone.
Are you Sunni?
Yeah.
So, like, which madhab
I don't
do you
know. I don't
favour?
know the Sharia.
Which
Then I don't
madhab
know.
do you favour?
Ah, cool.
All four
My
madhabs-
knowledge is limited,
all four
so I
madhabs
won't answer
say
that.
kind of
innit?
that
But I
apostate
know.
should be killed.
I know. Look,
Maliki, Shafi, Hanbali, Hanafi, they all agree, you know.
Hanafi, yeah, that's what I bought.
Okay, so Imam Hanifa, like he believes that, you know, just like Modine says, if someone is a Muslim and then they leave Islam and they kind of say, you know, I'm not a Muslim, then first they're imprisoned and they're given maybe 3 days, and if they're still not a Muslim,
You should convert to
they still
Islam.
don't take it back,
You know,
then they
bare
get
things.
killed.
You should convert right now. Take a shahada.
No, I don't believe
Man
in
needs to
like
go
killing
bare
people
right now,
for no
you know, he
reason.
goes bare.
I think that's wrong to kill people for no
knows more
reason.
than
That's
us.
bad.
You get me?
Hey, who wants to hear this joke? Who wants to hear this joke? Hey, listen. Hey, James, who wants to hear this joke? Yeah, listen, yeah. Listen. Hey, listen to this joke, yeah.
Modi's going right into the camera.
There was a Chinese man, yeah. He goes. I want to listen. There was a Chinese man. He goes, I want to become Muslim, yeah. So his brethren goes to him, if you join Islam, they're gonna chop your ting off, yeah. And if you leave Islam, they're gonna chop your head off. So he said, I'm not even gonna become.
Yeah, I heard that story. You know. I heard that story.
And he didn't even become. But it's a joke, isn't it? Because when you join Islam, they chop your circumcision, and when you leave it, if you try and leave it, but it was a joke, innit? It's a joke. We're trying
Now
to
he wants to leave. He said your head's gonna chop off.
So they said if you join in, they're chopping your thing. If you join out, he was like, forget it, bro.
Yeah, so James gonna take his shahada.
That was just a joke, by the
That's
way.
wrong.
Yeah?
No.
James doesn't want his
Sheikh
thing.
James.
Why would I join an ideology?
Because then we can
that
call you
believes
Sheikh
that-
James. You get me?
James doesn't want
He'll be
his
I don't wanna
elevated
be
to
a
Sheikh
sheikh.
level quick. If he joins Islam, he's gonna be Sheikh quick. Because he already got the memorized.
No,
He memorized everything
I just
already.
look into a little
Sheikh James.
No,
Sheikh James.
You asked me though, like, is it going to happen in this country?
He just knows enough to avoid.
So how I would respond is,
Sheikh
you know
James
that there are,
teaching
like,
us Islam, you
neo-Nazis
know.
in this country. Yeah. And so they believe that, for example, like kind of
James, please,
all like
no
Jews should be killed. But like Nazis probably aren't going to take control of this country, right? Because there aren't many Nazis. But still, that ideology is bad. Even if they can't like affect it, it's still a bad ideology. So the fact that we probably aren't going to have like traditional Orthodox Sharia law in this country, you know, that's just like saying, oh, but we aren't going to have Nazism in this country, so don't worry about it. It's still a bad ideology.
Sorry, the thing is, amongst the pro and cons of everything, you look at the bad things of the Sharia law and say we don't want Sharia law and that stuff.
Yeah.
But what about the benefits? Don't you think it would be benefit us as well?
Well, I don't think any benefits will outweigh the negatives, because I look at, like, I think my country is doing well in comparison to most Muslim countries in terms of its legal system.
But at the moment, this country is not doing very well with things.
But
Day after day, everyone has to work.
That's the same as other countries. Other countries you have to work.
No.
You have to work in other countries. There is no country where you can't work. Yeah, compared to most other countries in the world, and also most Muslim countries, I think we're doing well. Okay, but racism's a worldwide problem, though. Like, if you go to many other countries, you'll find racism. No, but how do you know that racism won't manifest itself in the legal system of other countries, like, I know, Pakistan or Afghanistan? No, but when has Islam fully in what Muslim country has racism been fully dealt with? No, but but like what I'm saying is, so in a Muslim country, right now, it's closer to being a Sharia state than it is than my country. No, but like Saudi Arabia and like kind of Indonesia, but they're closer to, aren't they closer to being an ideal Sharia state than Britain? They're closer to being an ideal Islamic state than Britain, and so you'd expect them to have solved like these problems to a greater extent than Britain has.
Well, they could be closer than Great Britain, but still far away from Sharia.
But then why should we believe in Sharia's ability to solve all these problems if when you implement it, like say 50%, it hasn't made any benefit? Like if you're not able to see any benefit until it's the perfect form of.
There's some benefits.
Okay, but like if you weigh it all up, kind of, would you prefer to live in? If you're just like a normal person, I think I'd prefer to live in Britain than I would live in most other kind of Muslim states.
You're describing normal as yourself being normal.
Okay, no. I mean, sort of like not a super rich or super powerful person. That's what I mean by normal.
So if you're an average person,
yeah, an average person.
Wealth, you'd rather live where?
Like I'd rather live here in terms of than most kind of other countries in the world. Yeah, and that's a good thing, and I think our legal system's good in a lot of ways as well.
As I said, with the legal system, you've got people that are born and bred here that have got completely different experiences with the legal system than yourself. When's the last time you was in court? What was it for?
No, I haven't ever been to court.
Have you never been in court in your whole life?
No, I was almost called up for jury.
I don't think you're in a position to really be making personal judgment on that, because you've never been caught. I thought there was a ticket to court for that jacket that came out.
No, this is a stylish jacket. No.
Press number 1 if you want to see Modine. Press number 1.
No. Yeah, but. Okay, but I mean, I think.
Have you ever been to a court? Have you ever been arrested in your life?
Never been arrested.
You've never been arrested, and you've never been to court, and you're talking about the legal system.
Sorry,
you're
what?
saying the legal system is good, so you've never been. So you have no experience with the legal system.
No, but you can.
So you put your hand up, please.
What?
Put your hand up.
For what?
You have no experience with the legal system whatsoever.
No, but you can learn about the legal. No, but you can learn about it as well. Yeah. So you can learn things.
Living a life and reading a book is two different things.
Have you been stopped and searched?
Okay, but like.
Have you stopped and searched in your life? Or shotgun with that?
No, I haven't. I'm not saying like Britain's perfect. I'm not saying Britain's perfect. I'm just saying.
Police officer. Have you got any family members that are working for the police or the government or the legal system? Do you have any family members that?
I might have a cousin who's a lawyer or something, but no, like I'm not saying like Britain's perfect. Like I am agreeing with you that like.
We're talking about the legal system.
Yeah. But I'm agreeing with you that.
Is not racist.
No, I didn't say that. No, I didn't say that. No, I didn't say that. No. Sorry, what are you saying that I said?
Did you say that the legal system in this country is a good legal system or something along that line?
I'm saying that it's better in comparison to most countries.
which other countries have you have no experience with the legal system in this country? Do you have any experience with the legal system in any other country?
Are you saying that you can't know anything?
I must ask you that question.
No, yeah, I haven't been arrested in any other country either. But the thing is, like, what you're implying is that I can't say anything or know anything about a legal system unless I've been arrested in it, and I don't think that's accurate. Like, there could be judges who know our legal system inside and out. Well, there could be judges who've never been arrested, and would you say, oh, you don't know anything about the legal system?
I'm not saying to you that because you've had no experience with no legal system ever in your whole life, that doesn't mean you can't speak about it. No, you can read books and you can compare in relation to books, but the theory and the practice is two different things. Do you understand? So you could stand there and talk about Islam from books all day long, but until you've lived the practical Islam, you might see something different, likewise. So I'm just suggesting to you that some of your arguments that you bring seem to be quite shallow or seem to be very textbook related. So, I mean, maybe sometimes I feel that people, when they speak about their life experiences, you know, there's more value in what they're saying rather than just reading it from a book, come to the park with their books in the bag and start regurgitating what they've read. And, you know, that's just my point.
Fair point. But none of us here have experienced a perfect Sharia legal system. So on the basis of what you've said, kind of no one can talk about a legal, or sorry, I've just so like what you've just said is that, like, kind of people's experiences kind of are more valuable in some ways than just sort of book knowledge. Okay, none of us have lived in an ideal Sharia country. Okay, so we're all on the same footing in that ground, aren't we? None of us have lived, you know, during the Sahaba's time or, you know, the Salaf's time. So, so your point applies to all of us.
No, not necessarily, because there's some people that have lived in countries where...
But I'm talking to him, though. Okay.
Sorry,
yeah, it's time, yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I hear the point that you're making, and it is valid to a certain degree. I'm just saying that you do come across people that have experienced things in life, and they're sometimes in a better position to talk about. So you could have some people in the park that have lived in a country where the legal system is a lot closer to the Sharia legal system than a non-Muslim country. They might be better positioned to talk on certain subjects. That's the only point I'm making. I'm not saying you can't say anything about it.
I'm taking that on board. Yeah, like that's a sensible thing to say. I agree. Like, I think we, you know, but if you read from a country's penal code, like, you go online, you kind of download the country's penal code, and it says something like, you know, and it has a section on blood money, like how kind of a family can elect to be paid money rather than seek an eye for an eye in retaliation when one of their relatives gets murdered. So someone could accurately say, like, look, this country implements kind of blood money, this country has a blood money system, and, you know, I don't think they'd be wrong in pointing that out. And then, so, you know...
Blood money is compensation, not another word for blood money. Compensation of blood money.
Yeah, yes, but we don't have compensation. But, like, in the UK, kind of compensation doesn't replace a term in jail. So you can't like just be a rich person and like kind of offer this kind of pressurize a family, say, like, you better take my money, and then you get off jail scot-free. Like, if you're caught for murder in the UK, then you're going to go to jail if there's like if there is the evidence. Whereas, like, in Pakistan, for example, like, you know, if someone's like murdered or raped, like, kind of, you can get out of jail entirely just by paying money.
What if the victim's family?
I'm not sure if that. Well, I think.
Is that if the victim's family agrees? Is that right?
Sorry, can you say that again?
Is that if the victim's family agrees to?
Yeah, if they agree to it. Yeah, if they agree to it.
In the British system, if someone commits murder, they go to jail.
Yeah. That's how it should work.
In the Sharia system, if someone kills my brother, I have two choices. Either the person can go to jail, or I can forgive them and they can compensate for me.
Yeah.
So in Islam we try to promote forgiveness.
Today. Talk about today.
What's he talking about?
So
Talk about today, political. Don't worry about yesterday. Talk about today.
We are talking today. We're talking about Pakistan's legal system.
Exactly. You don't know much.
It's going to be today.
Talk about today.
Well, no, we are talking about today.
That's what
Point I'm making to
talk
you,
about today.
point I'm making to you that in the Sharia, according to what you're saying, you have two options.
Yeah.
Either the person can go to jail, or the family can choose to forgive the person and receive some compensation.
Yeah.
So that's the second option.
Yeah.
So me, if somebody was to kill my brother, if he was to kill my brother, I could either see you go to jail, or I could forgive you and receive some compensation.
Yeah.
So which part of that do you say doesn't sound?
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Sure.
true.
We try to promote forgiveness. So for me to forgive you, because you might have done it in a moment of madness, it might be out of character for you. Do you understand?
Yeah,
So you
sure.
might have punched the person and not even intended to kill them.
Yeah.
And then what? You're going to go jail for 8 years.
Yeah.
You know, I've had situations before where in my country where someone shot my cousin dead and they didn't know that the gun was loaded. Do you understand?
Tony Blair, yeah, it's a
In that
pagan.
situation there, the other family members took the compensation because they understand that it was accidental. I know it's a slightly different situation. But the point I'm saying is that there's another option. So what part of the second option, which means you can forgive and receive compensation, what part of that do you think is immoral?
Yeah, I think it's a bad legal system because it's open to corruption basically. Because if you're a powerful family, then you could just pressurize this kind of less powerful family, like to take the blood money option. And so I think the state should make that decision for people. It's the same how like in the UK, like if you're a victim of a crime, you have some discretion in whether you want to press charges or not.
Yeah.
But if you're a victim of a really serious crime, the state will decide, no, like this is a serious crime. We need to have this prosecuted. They won't like sort of like just let you kind of sort of not. They won't let you not bring charges because then like if you have someone who's committing crimes, like that's bad for society in general. You don't want them to just get off scot-free and like continue being able to commit crimes. So I think it's better to have
That's a fringe argument. That's a fringe argument because you're referring to a situation where you might have one family that's got a lot of money and another family that hasn't got much money.
Or like political power or something like that.
Yeah, and now I mean, you know, that's generally not always going to be the case. You know, you're just highlighting one situation.
Okay.
You can highlight one situation within the legal system in this country and put it out to not be 100% just. Do you follow? The matter is not is the system subject to being able to be manipulated, because any legal system is, to a certain degree, because it's the people that's implementing the legal system, okay? But the fact that as a family member, you've got an option, more of a say in what happens than the state, and you are the victim of the crime, not the state. The state, you're a direct victim of the crime. If my little brother was murdered, it affects me more than it affects the state. So what I say, I feel that it's fair for me to have a say in it. Now, you're even seeing in countries like America where they're bringing the criminals, the murderers, with the families, and they're making them talk, and they're trying to, you know, understand each other's point of views. This person's in jail. And sometimes what they do in that situation, they give the person a lighter sentence because they made an effort to come and talk to the victim. So there's an element of what you're saying in the legal system in some Western countries. Do you understand? So this is why I say to you that sometimes your arguments don't seem like they've been completely well thought out. You're not being objective. You're being selective in what you're taking and looking at it in the most negative way possible. Now, for an intelligent man like yourself, it doesn't really make sense to do that. You might as well try to look at things in entirety and look at the positives and the negatives. Because I've never heard you say not one positive thing really about anything to do with the Islamic system. So you're obviously coming here with, you know, an objective.
No, I've praised.
An agenda.
Okay, but I've praised. I've praised.
What is your agenda?
So I praised charity for one thing. Okay, I praise like the tradition of giving zakat. I think that's a very good thing that has resulted from Islamic culture. And then
I think they want comedy.
And then
they want comedy. Are you not bored of us? Do you want comedy? Deen.
Yeah, and the other thing is like what you said about it being maybe a fringe situation or an unusual situation, that there might be kind of like a powerful family kind of committing murder and then like sort of using this system of diya or like blood money in a corrupt way. Like I'm not sure if it is that unusual, because like for example in kind of the UAE and like kind of these other Arab Emirate countries, like they have blood money to some degree as well, and I'm like, you know, I think I remember like there being cases where like kind of a sort of you know the son of some sheikh or something runs over someone and then like, you know, doesn't have to spend any time in jail because, oh yeah, like obviously it's a sheikh, play blood money. It won't be good for you living here if you don't take the blood money option, that sort of thing.
Well,
and
the other day that he went to court, and he went to court, he saw some his dad's friend who was a police officer. Was a black guy. He saw his dad's friend who's a white guy who's a police officer. He was on a heavy charge, and then his dad's friend came up and said, "Who's here?" And he goes, "I'm a witness." And then his dad's friend kind of knew something was up. He said that his dad's friend went to the police, and he should have definitely gone jail for that one. But because his dad's friend was the police, and maybe even the judge, he didn't get a So there's even in this system that we've got here, if, you know, one of these people that are higher up in, you know, whether it be the royal family or, you know, in society, they get away with certain crimes that we don't get away. So it's the same in both.
No, but I don't think it is the same. No, I don't think it is the same because, like, yes, there is. No, hold on. Hold on, please. Like, yes, there is some corruption in the UK legal system. Yes, there is some corruption in the UK legal system, but opening up to more corruption, like allowing there to be another avenue of corruption with a blood money system, I think would be a bad idea. Okay, it could be exploited in a corrupt way. And the other thing is, like the example you gave of like a police officer's son, kind of the dad's kind of helping their son. That could happen in an Islamic country as well if you have any sort of legal system. So this isn't an argument against the kind of Britain's legal system there, because the problem would also exist in any other country.
The point that you're missing is that the legal systems are implemented by mere humans.
Yeah.
So sometimes they can be manipulated. We agree on this.
Yeah, and so we want any legal system to basically be foolproof. We want to kind of safeguard it against manipulation, corruption, collusion, these sorts of things. Yes, but we want to endeavour as much as possible to do that. So yeah, so the things we want to balance in any legal system are sort of justice and fairness, efficiency. Like it can't cost the whole nation's budget to implement, and you want to make it sort of like foolproof to corruption. You want to make it resilient and like watertight, that sort of thing.
So is the UK legal system fulfill that criteria?
No, not perfectly, but I feel it does a better job of that than any sort of Islamic legal system I've read.
Well, as someone who's been subject to the UK legal system, I will talk to this one on that point.
But okay, you haven't ever lived under a sort of Hanafi fiqh. You haven't ever lived under Hanbali fiqh. You haven't ever lived under Shafi fiqh or Maliki fiqh. So you don't have a kind of reference point for the UK legal system, and like I haven't either, but I've read their books, so.
I'm not making the comparison. I'm talking about the Islamic. I'm talking about the UK legal system.
Okay, but I agree with you. I agree with you that it isn't fair. Like there's a lot of work that can be done, but I still think like the systems of Islamic jurisprudence I've mentioned would be a step back. They'd be a step down. They'd be worse.
I mean, as I said, you're entitled to your opinion.
Okay.
Personally, I don't agree with that opinion. So I haven't studied Sharia to be in the legal system to that degree. I know that there's a big emphasis on, equality within Islam.
Okay. Well, maybe we should leave it there. But like, in terms of equality, like there isn't equality for different religions. There isn't equality for different religions in Islamic legal system. Like there is, like if I'm a dhimmi living in an Islamic legal system. No, but like so every citizen of the UK has the same legal rights in the law, written in the law. Like kind of you're a citizen, I'm a citizen. But in sort of like an Islamic jurisprudence, in like the systems written by the 4 imams, kind of there is a legal distinction made between someone who follows Islam and someone who does not follow Islam. And the person who does not follow Islam is a second-class citizen. They have less legal rights and legal protections than a Muslim.
You could argue that a Muslim or a black person in this country, when they're encountering the legal system, they're also a second-class citizen. Although on paper it doesn't suggest that.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying to you.
Okay,
on
good.
Paper,
That
look nice.
Yeah.
You know,
right.
in Islam, you've got different rules for the Christians and the Hindus, and you can point them out and say that's unfair, that's unfair. At least they're being open about the unfairness.
Okay.
Over here, they're acting like it's all fair, but it's not fair.
Yeah.
And I can tell you that.
Yeah.
As a guy who's been through the legal
Sure.
system.
That's a great point.
There's injustice involved.
Okay. Yeah. That's a great point. And
Thank you.
Like I think you're definitely correct that you're correct that it isn't fair. But what you need to ask yourself is how much worse would the treatment of ethnic minorities be if within Britain, if within the British legal system, it was written in law that ethnic minorities had less rights. Because then you'd have both the legal system on paper being against ethnic minorities, and you'd have like the people on the ground, like the police officers and so on, implementing the system being against ethnic minorities. So it would work against you in 2 ways. So surely it's better to have the paper, like the actual, the rule of the law. No, I don't think it is deceitful. Because I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Because a British. No, but because the thing is.
After it's happening, it's not.
Well, what I'm asking you, what I'm saying is that I'm agreeing that like kind of like policemen, for example, kind of will like maybe target ethnic minorities more than like British white people. Okay. Yes. Sure. Okay. No, but they would do that more if the sort of legal system in the UK was against ethnic minorities to begin with, because they feel kind of more protected.
So you're saying that because if it was in a situation where it was stipulated that certain ethnicities didn't have the same rights as certain white people, then they will be further persecuted. That's the point that you're saying, yeah? I mean, there's 2 sides to that argument. There's 2 sides to that argument. Because there's a side to the argument that because the person's aware of how the law affects them, they might move differently as well. Okay. Understand? But having said that, going back to the statement that you said, that on paper everyone's got the same legal rights. Okay. I've just thought of something.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I thought of something that I don't agree with that, because I know that under the Terrorist Act, which is predominantly the Muslims that we're targeting, there's certain things that we as Muslims we can't say. Do you understand? Whereas if a non-Muslim said it, it would be okay. Do you follow? So actually on paper it states that we can't say certain things. We can't say certain things. So I say certain things, I'll get arrested. So that's not the same really thing.
Okay. So there isn't. So let's see here. There isn't absolute kind of equality under the law.
Sure. Absolute equality.
There isn't absolute, but like I think you achieve that to a high degree. You make strides in that direction by writing in the legal system and like bringing up the lawyers, bringing up the judges, telling them like all kind of there is equality under the law. But I agree that like the security services or the government will sometimes bend things like because they have other agendas, they have other things they need to try and achieve. Like they're trying to like both sort of stop terrorism and treat everyone like equally according to the letter of the law. And sometimes they'll like compromise one a little bit in order to achieve the other. So that happens. I still think like kind of it's a good thing that there is kind of explicit equality under the law within our legal system. On average, it's kind of like leads to more fair outcomes. Like you need to ask yourself, would you prefer to live in the UK where there is equality in the law in the legal system, and there are some racist cops, versus would you want to live in South Africa where there is not equality in the legal system and there are racist cops as well? Like, you'd probably want to live in the UK. Like, so I think it's a beneficial thing.
One of the things about the UK is that the legal system used to be based on the Ten Commandments and the Bible and so forth, to a certain degree.
Do you say used to?
Used to be, yeah.
Sure,
So
yes, to some degree.
Find in the countries that are trying to implement Sharia, or any country that would implement Sharia, their laws are going to be based on the commands of the Most High, according to their understanding. Okay? Whereas the laws of a secular country are based on the laws of mankind. So you've got a group of people that are now making laws according to their own desires and their own moral standards. Do you understand? So if you ask me as an individual, would I rather live in a place where the laws are made up of man-made laws, or would I rather live in a place where the laws are from the Most High? Me as someone who believes in the Most High would choose, obviously, the laws from the Most High. And you as a person that doesn't believe in the Most High, for you, it's going to be, I choose the laws made by mankind. That's straightforward.
Okay, I see your point. By the way, I misspoke a little bit earlier. I kind of like gave the impression that I said that I might have given the impression that I said that all cops in the UK are racist. I don't believe that. I have no idea whether cops are on average maybe more racist than the typical British general population, but I'm admitting that there have been reports of endemic racism within the police force, and I've seen newspaper articles in that vein. So I'm admitting that
institutional racism.
Yeah. So I'm admitting that there is
the white police officers that came out and said that there's institutional racism.
Yeah. So I've read headlines
so
like that.
Themselves,
Yes.
They've said
but I still don't. Yeah, but I don't want to give the impression that I believe that cops are on average
They already
racist.
told us, the police themselves already told us that they have institutional racism within their system. So
Okay.
don't worry that you've given us that idea, or you've misquoted. Because if you are saying that, you haven't misquoted. You're correct. It would be
fun.
What they said themselves.
Yeah, but it's different to say that there is institutional racism within the police compared with all policemen are racist. Those are different
You didn't
statements.
say all policemen are racist.
But I might have given that impression earlier, and I do believe that. Anyway.
Stay out of trouble. You're doing well. I'm glad to hear that you've never been arrested in your life. I'm glad to hear that you've never been caught. I'm glad to hear that you've never been even on a witness program. You're doing a very good job. Come up here next week and advise people how to stay out of trouble. That'll be a good positive thing for you to do.
I probably can't give that much good advice in that area.
You're doing well so far. You're doing a good job so far.
Everyone's in different situations.
Around there that can benefit from that. A lot of kids around there that can benefit from this guy. He's as clean as a whistle. You know what I'm saying?
James,
clean as a whistle. So come and advise the people how to stay out of trouble. That would be a good subject for you to
if anyone asks me that, then sure.
Trying to dissect
My brother
stuff.
James.
Come and bring something positive. You've told us a lot of positive.
I am giving positive. I'm giving positivity. I'm trying to improve your understanding about justice and things.
Don't come in your granddad's jacket.
It's not my granddad's jacket. It's nice and warm. It keeps out the. It's cold out here. Well, nice warm jacket. It's from an army reserve store.
Take it to the dry cleaners. Make it get rid of I'm taking a piss. I mean, piss taking. No, it's been a nice
Good discussion. Yeah, sure.
Listen.
No, you take over the comedy. You don't want to get fed up.
No Deen already.
This guy is lovely, man. Look at him, yeah? What I'm saying is, do you want to go in the light, or is this okay? Do you want to go over there, just in the light? Just want to draw girls. No. Just, I swear. No, just COE. Just so this light there. Just here, look.
No, I think Modine just wants to speak to the audience. Okay, fine. Just for a little while.
I wanted to say to everyone, listen, all of you, listen, come here. First of all, I wanted to say that James is my brethren, yeah? Anyone tries it with James is getting touched. Khalas, it's simple.
You touch James, I'm touching. Okay, good. That's that. We got that cleared out of the way. James, yeah, I wanted to tell you something, yeah.
Sure.
Because I love you, yeah. I have to tell you what does Imam Ali say in the Nahj al-Balagha, the book. He says, one of the things he said about hellfire, am I showing you? He said, oh you who are advanced in years, come, listen.
Yeah,
come.
I'm listening to you, yeah, sure.
Whom old age has made, how will you feel when rings of fire will touch the bones of your neck, and handcuffs hold you so hard that they eat away the flesh of your forearms? Fear Allah, James, while you are in good health before sickness grips you, and you are in ease before death overtakes you. You should try for the release of your necks before their mortgage is foreclosed. Keep your eyes awake at night, make your bellies lean, use your feet, spend your money, take your bodies and spend time over yourself, and do not be stingy about them. Because Allah said, if you help in the way of Allah, He will also help you and will set you free, and will set you firm. Yes,
Ya Muhammad, Ya Muhammad, Ya Harami. Hey, Jay, take care, man. May Allah bring sincerity to your heart, man.
I am sincere.
Hey,
He
donate
doesn't
to the
need to bring anything. It's
COE
already
Bentley
here.
Fund. Coming real soon. That Bentley truck coming real soon, man. Come on, my guy.
What does the Quran says? Chapter 57:11. It says, who is he who would loan unto Allah a goodly loan, so that He may double it for him, and that He will give him a noble recompense. Yes, my brother. Take care.
Bless up the camera, fam. Give us some wisdom, real quick.
Yeah, bless, man. Let everyone stay in peace, innit? Stop all the bullshit, all the handbags, all the school playground antics, all that. And all that propaganda, people, character, assassinating people, F all that shit, you get me? One love, la ilaha illallah.
Okay, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not seek your support because of any weakness, nor does He demand a loan from you because He is shortage. He seeks your help, although He possesses all, the armies of the skies and the earth, and He is the Almighty who is the All-Wise. He seeks a loan from you, although He owns the treasures of the skies and the earth, and He is all-sufficient. Rather, He intends to try you as to which you are best in conduct. He's just testing you to see which of you is best in conduct. That's safe, my brother.
Yeah, see you later.
You should therefore be quick in performance of good acts, yeah, so that you may be with him be the neighbor of the Prophet in the heavens. He made his prophets and companions of these neighbors and made.
Why do you talk to him directly?
Because it's a script.
Memorize it.
It's difficult to memorize.
So let me show you how you memorize the script.
Yeah.
Okay. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen.
Hello.
Assalamu alaikum.
Hi. Alaikum salam.
Allahu ahad, Allahu samad, lam yalid.
I don't know what that means, sorry.
This means there is no God. Say God is one, and He has no father, no mother. He's not born, and He doesn't have a son. He doesn't have a father. He's one, and there's nothing like Him, and there's no partner. That's what she said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah.
And she said, praise be to Allah.
Okay.
Alhamdulillah.
Praise be to Allah.
Okay.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah,
Okay,
thanks for those kind words.
Thank you, sister. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very kind of you.
Yeah.
MashaAllah.
Yeah.
So obviously we got some good wisdom from the sister. Alhamdulillah, she gave us some. That's true. But obviously, she said, shouldn't I should say it from my heart. Okay, I won't read. All right. I'll take her.
Talk about Yemen a bit. Come on.
Oh, Yemen, obviously there's a truce now, but Saudi bastard scums, they broke the truce and killed another 50,000 children. They don't listen, Saudi. They just kill innocent people. They're disgusting.
Camera, what do you say?
All right.
Because Allah speaks to you.
Okay, sorry, go on.
What about what the British are doing in Yemen, the Americans?
Well, obviously a lot of countries are supporting Saudi, like France,
Oh, by the way,
Britain, America.
By the way, just to let you know, balance yourself.
Yeah.
Balance yourself.
Yeah. But what, balance myself in what way, you mean?
Balance yourself.
Okay, all right. I'm not trying to have a go just at Saudis. I'm having a go at everyone.
Look at the camera and me.
All right.
For Allah.
All right. I'll look at you. Yeah, go on.
Allah.
Yeah. Yeah, go on. Yeah, I'm listening. Yeah. I'm listening to you. I'm listening to you. Walk one.
Look at Allah.
All right. But you can't. Ya Allah, please help me get a buff wifey. Please, Ya Allah. I need to have a wife. And
So when you pray, they're gonna come. You put the camera on him.
all right, I'm gonna
So
pray.
Pray for him.
Ya Allah.
Pray for him. Then. Pray for him.
All right,
Pray for him.
Allah, guide James to Islam, guide James to the haqq,
Ameen.
and guide all the good people out there to the truth.
Ameen.
And
Pray.
and put this up so you don't get cold.
No, don't worry, I'm warm enough. But thank you.
Ya Allah, bless me with a painting. Every day I want to be married in my life. I never want to be single ever again.
You have some. You have 4 wives.
I don't have one at the moment. I want 4, inshallah. innit? But if you don't marry, I'm alone.
You're allowed 4.
I know I'm allowed.
Why that?
Because
Why don't you have one? I have 4 husbands.
no, you can't have 4 husbands. You can't have 4 husbands, sister. You can't. Sister, you can't, sister. Please, yeah?
Sister, calm down, you're good, man. It's funny, man.
This is Mo Deen. This is Mo Jin. 400.
What?
It's haram. Sorry, it's haram. Please repent to Allah. Please. Make repentance. Yeah, so what I was going to say to James, yeah, is that because me and James, yeah, he's a human, yeah.
Yeah. As far as people know.
Okay. So James, yeah, how would it feel if you was in a hot place called hell and you're burning just because you did not?
James is in a cold place right now.
No, hot place. What if,
It's not. That's Disneyland.
no, well, you don't believe in the next life. Jahannam. يصلونها وبئس المصير. Jahannam is real. Do you know about Jahannam, Habib? Habibi, you know about Jahannam? Habibti, yeah, my love. Do you know about Jahannam, Habibti? Yeah, Habibti, you know about Jahannam? You want to marry Mo?
I married me.
Okay, so basically, yeah, I was gonna tell James, yeah, that look, yeah, I'll just say you should therefore be quick in performance of good acts, James, so that you may be with.
a good idea.
Okay, now I just wanted to say to James the last thing, yeah. Seek Allah's help. That's what I'm gonna say. All right, I'll stop. Just calm down. All right, sister, calm down. Yeah. Sister, calm down. Drum and bass. Biddy biddy baba baba boy, biddy biddy baba boy.
How is the base of Allah?
The bass. The foundation. The shahada. Yeah. Say this, James.
No, I don't. No, I don't believe in Islam.
I'm
I
joking.
think it's false.
No, James. Yeah, James is a lovely person. All of you try and have good manners like James. Try. Just try.
How much are you willing to kill for James?
To kill for James.
Leave him alone.
He said that he'd defend me if anyone.
Yeah, I
attacked
swear I'll
me.
defend James. I'll be the first to jump in.
Pretty willing.
Allahu
Yeah,
Akbar.
thank you, and I'll return the favor if I see you being.
No, just pray for me. Pray for me. You don't have to jump in.
Anyway, James,
Okay.
thank
Thank you.
you.
Stop what?
Oh, the bullshit.
Do you want to tell me what bullshit I'm talking?
Yeah?
Okay, so
I'll tell you when you read the book of Allah.
I've read some of it.
Was that the Quran?
Yeah, I've read some of the
What does it
Quran.
look like?
Well, it depends on the particular version. My version's like Sahih International. It's like about this big. It's a little blue book.
Okay then, James. Tell me something I don't know.
Something you don't know. Like, about what? What about? Okay. Here's one. Do you know that actually I won't remember the references exactly if I say that. Okay.
Just like him.
Yeah. Okay.
But he can't memorize that. You're smarter than him. Because
Okay.
you can memorize it. He cannot. In
Okay.
English term.
No, I'm not saying. No, I wouldn't agree with that. I've just spent some time reading some things. Okay, something you don't know. Something you don't know.
How
Okay.
old are you, James?
I'm 27.
Oh, I'm 45.
Really? You look very young for 45. I'm not sure about that. Okay. The question. Yeah. So basically, something that you don't know. Are you aware, for example, that in the Quran it says that shooting stars are heavenly missiles fired by angels at jinni who are trying to eavesdrop on heaven?
Ah, you know about that. Surah to Jinn. That's the
What?
verse, the Surah
What's the
Jinn,
reference?
Surah Jinn.
Why are you talking
Yeah, Surah Jinn. Yeah, so it says it several places in the Quran. It says it in Surah 67 verse 5, and it also says it in Surah 15 verses 16 to 18, and I think maybe one more place, maybe Surah 37.
So okay,
Yeah.
memorize
Oh,
exactly what each surah says.
I can't remember exactly. I can't remember exactly, but that's the. Are you Sunni? You are Sunni.
Sister,
okay.
where's your hijab?
Okay, and there's also hadith that support this interpretation that it's talking about shooting stars, aka meteorites, saying that they're missiles fired by angels
What? There's two things right
at
there,
jinnis. So I know. Did you know that before? Okay, so you think that meteorites are because science says that meteorites are just rocks moving under the force of gravity, and they burn up because of our atmosphere. Okay, so how can it be a rock moving under the force of gravity and a heavenly missile fired by angels at Jinni? How can they both be true? They're both true. Okay, like which do we have more reason to believe in? Given that one is a scientific theory that lets us make accurate predictions, whereas the other is just like a book.
So, man, I'm done yet? Cool, man.
Okay, sorry for interrupting you. What were you about to
Step
say?
into the light. Step into the light. Stepping up, stepping in. It's more Deen with a bad boy team.
James, come in, fam.
Listen.
Is she gone?
Last thing.
Okay,
James,
one
it
last
has
thing.
been related by Nawaf, the companion of Emir al-Mu'minin Imam Ali alayhi salam, delivered a sermon at Kufa, standing. He said, come here, stand here. He said, praise be to Allah, to whom is the return of all creation, and the end of all matters. We render him praise for the greatness of his generosity, the clarity of his proofs, the increase of his bounty and his favors. Praise which may fulfill his right, repay his thanks, take us near his rewards, and be productive of increase in his kindness. We seek Allah's help, like one who is hopeful of his bounty.
Yeah, tell the live stream viewers next week what I've got.
Next week we're going to talk about Britax, Brexit, yeah, how it affects the black community, and also what's it?
Identity. Black as an identity. We had some conversations that started the other day about who is black and what is black, and whether black people are black.
Where the label come from.
Yeah, where the label come from and them kind of thing there. It's an ongoing debate, so we're going to deal with that as well. There's a few other issues, but we're going to try and tackle those two next week.
And usually at the end of our corner, if there's people on the live stream there, or people there, they can ask questions for us to have like a quick question and answer at the end and stuff.
Definitely. Comment section, hit up the comment section. Yeah. We want to know what your views are on the topics that we're covering, and also if you want us to cover any topics here, and we encourage you not just to comment though, but to come down and join us in the conversation.
Please do, and bring your family and everything.
Definitely.
Right, any experts on the subjects that man's going to discuss next week? Make sure you're forward, fam.
Yeah, definitely. We've got 1-2 experts lined up still. Yeah. You know what I mean? So yeah, big.
Peace.
All right, then. Respect to the man.
I'm going, man. Yeah,
Peace.
See you later. Yeah, I'm going to chip as well. See you later.
Yeah, I'll catch you later, dude.
See
you later, guys.
Hey, James, what are you saying when you're gone?
Amongst
Yeah,
the
I'm gonna
proofs
head
of his
off
creation,
now.
James, amongst the proof of his creation is the creation
Whites are
of the
allowed
skies,
academic screeching,
which
even though
are
you ain't gonna
fastened
come out.
without pillars. You need to listen to this.
Bye, guys.
This is the most realest thing you'll ever
Cool,
hear
brother.
since you were born.
In our corner, there's
Amongst the proof, James, amongst the proof of his creation is the creation of the skies, which are fastened without pillars and stand without support.